that this is a process. I'm going to have days when I fall back on old habits and days when I'm doing really, really good. And we're on this 10-day challenge now. And we're a couple of days into it, and I'm finding there are moments in the day where I still have a problem, you know, where I still want to slip back into old habits. But for the most part, I'm really looking forward to the next day. I'm really looking forward to the next one.
You've done really well on the challenge.
Thank
I'm
you.
proud of you.
Thank you.
I know it hasn't been easy.
It hasn't been easy.
There's been some times you've been really upset.
Yes, well,
And I can
but
tell when you're wanting something.
when I was serious when I made the intent to start the challenge, and I gave up Diet Dr. Peppers and all sugar, and so now I'm drinking nothing but water and sticking to the lean meats, the fruits and the vegetables, and even some nuts. You know, and I have to do that when I close. But I decided I made this commitment for me, with me. Now, I know we still have chocolate here in the house. I still have Dr. Pepper's in the garage, you know, but I don't feel the want to go get it is less than it was several days ago.
Good. You say that now. I've seen you fighting with it.
Yes, I have. I have
I
fought
want
with
to acknowledge that and pat you on the back for saying,
Well, thank you.
good job.
Thank you.
Because I know how hard that can be. And I won't say it's been all easy for me, but just coming off of another diet where I did lose a significant amount of weight, it's easier for me. Because this is nothing compared to what I was going through then.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not easy. But I enjoy these kind of foods. Because of that diet I was on.
Well, I
then.
do too, but I also enjoyed the sugar, and I
Yeah.
also
Oh,
really
well.
still enjoy my Dr.
Don't
Peppers.
we all?
My point being, now during the 10-day challenge, yes, it's a challenge during 10 days to go a certain length of time. Now, I know after that 10 days, I'm probably going to reincorporate a few, and that's okay, but it's going to be less, fewer. I'll be a little more wise about it. Do you see what I'm saying? So,
Well, I think one of the things that's helped me the most is, and I mentioned this before, that David talked to us about the 400 calories or less at each sitting, but sit more often. You know, so have more meals, but less calories in each meal. Still add up to 1,800 calories or so, but have fewer meals. I mean, more meals with fewer calories. And I think that for me has helped me a lot. I don't feel stuffed anymore, like we did for a while, and I feel better.
I feel better not stuffed, don't you?
And I feel better knowing, I can eat again in a couple hours. You know, I don't have to wait until supper time. You know, I can eat.
Well, I used to, and I'd eat for a span of hours. I would eat specifically so I'd be good for 12 hours or so.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'd eat enough and I'd think, okay, I'm stuffed. I'm good for 12 hours or so. And I could go that long, you know?
Right.
But then that next meal, your body's expecting, okay, let's gorge again because there's going to be another 12 hours. you know?
Right.
15 hours.
We had a good talk with David this morning. I'm
Really
excited
good
about
talk.
that video. We'll put some of it in here so that he can
Throughout.
share his wisdom.
You know, whenever we talk about meals, you look at a person's plate, and we have different sized plates, and some people think they need a little more, a little less, depending on what they're eating or what they like. But really, what it all boils down to is you have a pouch in your stomach, and your stomach holds about 400 calories. So every meal that you eat, if you think about eating less than 400 calories, that pouch isn't going to be filled. Or if you think about eating more than 400 calories, then you're going to overfill your pouch. Anything over 400 calories, the body will take and will store as fat. So it's really important that you think about the structure of your meal, and some people go as far as to plan their meals, which is a really good idea, because if you're eating anything more than 400 calories, you're going to store everything else as fat.
That's right.
It takes about 150 calories to digest a meal. So if you're eating 300 calories of a meal, depending on what it is, because some things digest a little easier than others, but it's going to take about 100, 150 calories to digest. The rest is going to be utilized for your day or your next few hours of your life, and then it'll be time to eat again. And if you overfill that pouch, then it's all just going to be stored as fat. So ideally, ideal situation, a human will consume somewhere between 18 to 2,200 calories. You'll eat 4 to 6 times a day. You'll eat about 400 calories a meal. That'll get you around 2,000 calories a day. And you space that meals over time when you're hungry. Because some people eat when they're not hungry. And they eat because it's 12 o'clock. They eat because it's their break time. They eat because they just got home from school or work or whatever, and it's time to eat. But really, if you're not hungry, then sometimes you're just mindless eating. But if you have it planned out, you should be getting hungry every 2 to 4 hours. And you should be eating your food and nourishing your body every 2 to 4 hours to give you energy to continue to live. Because we eat to live, we shouldn't live to eat. And I believe that. And I preach that all the time.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yep.
What about exercise? How often should you exercise?
Yes.
And how long?
Exercise is, hopefully, I'd like to say, getting more popular amongst the general population. It's always been around, of course, but it's getting more mindful for people. And the thing about exercise is an adult human, only needs 2 hours of exercise a week. That's all that we require from a functional, healthy standpoint.
If you're eating a 400-calorie meal.
Just in
right.
general exercise.
Just in general exercise.
Yeah.
Oh,
It don't, if you're eating 1,000 calories a day or 20,000 calories a day, it doesn't matter. A human needs about 2 hours of exercise a week just for normal heart function, lung function, just for general health and well-being. Depending on your calorie intake, depending on your health and fitness goals, sometimes we need more than that. So ideally, in a good situation, a person will work out 2 to 4 times a week, about 30 to 50 minutes a session. And depending on what the structure is or what the goals are, because if you need to train for an event, then you may have to train more than that.
Right.
Or if it's just general exercise and general well-being, you just need to get some type of activity. And we like to call that structured physical activities, because if you're just going in and walking like on a treadmill like a hamster on a wheel, you're just spinning in circles. So if you have some type of structure or something that you can do that helps you achieve a goal or helps you attain some type of fitness level, then it makes it a little easier and it helps you progress towards something or be able to make that achievement or that goal.
When we first started out, we started out just walking. And we walked. And we walked a lot.
Good.
I mean, when we walked, we would walk anywhere from 1 to 3 miles. And we were doing that 3 to 4 times a week. We weren't seeing as much of a difference as we are now.
Good.
Can you tell me why?
And that part of that is because the best type of exercise is anything that you will do and do consistently. And so walking is really easy for people to do, but it's a really general and a really low activity or energy expenditure exercise. When we exercise, your body goes through energy phases of burning energy, and the lowest energy expenditure will require a low energy output or stimulus. When you take it one step further from walking, it's like, well, I need to do more than walking to burn more calories. Well, then we like to incorporate weight training with our walking or with our cardio, and that's called cross training. And there's tons of different types of cross training exercises that you can do, but it all boils down to intensity interval cross training, to where you do a little bit of a more intense exercise and then you can rest a little bit. You do a little more of a more intense exercise and then you can rest a little bit. And what that helps is helps more people, to capture more people, to accommodate more exercise so they can do more things. Because if you turn on the TV or if you get a magazine that has a workout or a videotape that you buy, DVD, it may be hard for you to do. And then in the beginning, it's just like, I can't do that, it's too impossible. But if you structure your physical activities and you progress it, because walking is always a great place to start, then you can progress it into weight training, you can progress it into jogging, progress it into doing like really good sports and things that people like to do. It's just a difference in the people and where they like to start or where they can start and how they can progress. Because as we age and as we get older and our bones and joints break down, our back hurts, our shoulders hurt, we have previous injuries, things like that. So it's just progression of exercise. Whatever you can do, and walking is always a great place to start for anybody.
I want to know, you want to know,
How it went at the gym today. I saw you get on those scales. What happened?
are you ready?
Yeah.
Down 3 pounds.
Good job.
Yeah. What about you?
I was down 2.
Whoop. Go, girl.
So that was good for me.
Yeah.
It's really good for me because I've been putting them on instead of taking them off. So that felt really good.
And that's just in a couple of days. And I haven't made a whole lot of changes. I've given up sugar and my Dr. Peppers. And really, we're not eating a whole lot different than the way we usually have, except for the portion size.
Yeah, we're eating a lot less. I am.
Except for
eating
the
a lot
portion
less.
size.
Yeah. So it felt good to get on the scale and see it go down for a change instead of up.
That really felt good.
Yeah.
How do you feel 4 days into it?
I feel so much better. And
Do you?
I can't even explain. I feel lighter because I'm not so full I can't move. We were eating so much. I didn't even realize this, but I was eating so much that I just felt heavy because my stomach was so full. I just couldn't, and I'm sure my body was working so hard to digest all of it that it was just exhausting. So I feel like I've got more energy and I feel better. I feel better.
Good.
I'm thinner, and I know I'm not. I've only lost 2 pounds, but I just feel better.
I feel lighter too. And I think it is a combination of all of it. Working
Well,
on the
that's-
stuff and eating less
That's what I was
and
gonna say.
watching what we've been
I think-
eating a little closer.
Part of it's feeling better about myself, knowing that it's not as hard as I thought it would be.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Does
I
it feel
haven't
like a
been-
diet?
No, not at all. I don't feel deprived. I don't feel like, other than, excuse me, quitting a little bit early on some of the meals and leaving some things on my plate.
Yeah.
Just to make myself do it. When I was really full anyway. I don't feel like I've had to change much of anything except just eating smaller portions more often.
Now, I just have to be honest. I'm missing my Dr. Pepper.
I'm sure.
I had switched to diet, and that's better, but I'm missing them, you know?
Right. And I have to say, you gave the salmon a good try.
I did. I did.
Salmon is not your thing.
It is not my thing, okay? So that was probably my last in a while, but I gave it a good college try.
I thought it was good.
And I didn't replace it. I didn't replace it. I got food, or got fruit instead, is what I meant to say.
Good.
So
Good.
I could have easily had a Snickers instead, you know what I'm saying?
Sleep said, I can't do that, and
Oh.
just eat something bad for you.
No, fish is not my thing, and I ain't got that. It was my first time trying it, and okay, I tried it. And
We're done.
bless her heart, my daughter tried it with me, and it's not her thing either. So you and your daughter, you can have the fish. We'll just leave you with that. I'm finding things that I really, really enjoy. Like I didn't know I enjoyed Brussels sprouts, but man, I really do. And
Yeah.
so that's become a good staple.
Right.
So I'm finding things I enjoy too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm feeling better about what I'm cooking for my family.
Good. Good.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that not only if I'm feeding myself better, I'm feeding them better, and I'm teaching them things that they won't have to wait until they're my age to learn.
Right.
So I feel good about that.
Good.
I feel good.
I think we're on the right track.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
It's been really good. Good stuff.
It is good stuff.
Sure.
Shree.
Okay, I just wanted to throw that in there.